Hey everybody. So, you all seemed to like my last video where I rated all of the quest tunes in Final Fantasy XIV out of 10, and so I thought it would be a good idea for this video if I went around to all the striking dummy locations in the game and just gave them a little bit of a rundown, just sort of check in on how they're all doing. And you might be thinking, well, a big content update patch just released for Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Are you maybe gonna touch on any of that? Or is this video in any way gonna be related to, like, the meta of the game or have any sort of important information in it? Alright, so very first up on the list are these striking dummies in the central Shroud, just east of the Bent Branch Meadows. Just reading from the Wikipedia here to get my details, but I went here by myself. I found them, and these striking dummies, I think they're pretty good. I think a lot of what these are going to come down to are, do I like what the dummies look like? Do I like what's going on around the dummies in relation to what people are doing, or if there are people or not, and what the scenery looks like? And here I think the scenery is pretty top tier. We get a huge hollow log, and I like looking at that. That's nature. That's soothing, that's calming, that's nice. I like that these dummies are being used. There we got some spearmen spearing it up, and I think that's great. This is lively. I feel like this place has got good fall vibes. I feel a little bit relaxed. I feel like I can relax here, and I can sort of just chill with these spear folk as they are practicing. I think this is a great location. I give it an 8 out of 10. And also, look, there's a tall wizard. Cool. Alright, so up next are these striking dummies in the Summerford Farms location, and so I said at the beginning of this video that a lot of this is going to come down to sort of the ambiance, the vibes, and sometimes people being around is good, and sometimes people being around is bad, or vice versa. Sometimes you do want people around, sometimes you don't want people around, is what I'm trying to say, and there's no people around these ones, and it's so lonely, it's so sad. I don't think these striking dummies really get any socialization at all. I don't think they get a chance to chat it up. I don't think they have a lot of friends, because all their friends are just around the corner having a drunk pirate fight. And I do want to join in on that. That does sound fun to me. I do want to fight some pirates, but I don't want to fight these dummies. They just seem a little bit sad, and I think they need a little pick-me-up. Move these guys around a little bit livelier area. I think that'll be great. I give this one just kind of a 5 out of 10. It's not the worst, but I don't want to come here because I do feel bad. I do feel bad for them. Moving on. Alright, so up next, these striking dummies are in Western Thanalan, and just right off the bat, I want to say I love the designs of these guys. I like how they try to make him look like a guy, and that's charming. He looks just super fragile, looks like he's just going to fall apart by looking at him, and I love that in a striking dummy. I love to feel powerful when I'm destroying something that is defenseless. Another big plus of this one is that there is a cactus nearby. There's a cactuar hanging out, although I do hate looking at his eyes. They're terrible to look at. They're one of the worst things that they have rendered in 3D modeling detail in this game. Don't like it. What's going on there? Let's stop looking at that. Move on. There's some Lalafell over here, and they look like they're about to make out, and that's sort of its own vibe. Or maybe they're plotting to steal something. I don't know. One of the two. It's hard for me to pick up on the vibes of them, but I like the mysterious nature of their meeting. I don't particularly love the surrounding scenery. I feel like it's kind of facing the wrong way because you have the huge city of Ultima behind you, and I feel like that's a lot of pressure. I feel like everybody's watching me, and I don't want to feel like I'm being watched while I'm practicing. So this one gets a 6 out of 10. I think it could be moved around a little bit, and it could fix the vibes. I do like cactus and scheming Lalafell, so again, 6 out of 10. All right, these next ones are in the Coerthas Western Highlands, and these ones are great. This is sort of everything you want out of some striking dummies. Look how popular they are. There's a whole gaggle of guys here practicing their skills. They're doing bow stuff, they're doing staff stuff, and it's snowing, and it looks like we're all about to go to war, and I love that. I love to go to war with the boys. I love that you can go off to the side, you can kind of see a little peek at Ishgard, and that's fun. You can think about Heavensward and how fun that's going to be if you haven't reached it yet, or you can sort of sit up top and act like you're the boss of the boys as they're stabbing you. You can tell them, go, no, stab the dummies for me, and they will do it, and that feels powerful and cool. I love this location. It's great, like everything as you approach Ishgard, and once you're there, it's all moody and fun and atmospheric. This gets a strong 8 out of 10, maybe even closer to a 9, but we gotta leave some room. I think we haven't hit the peak yet, but we're going to. And wow, wouldn't you know it, we're at the peak. This is the Wolves Den Pier striking dummy location, and I'll be honest, I didn't know these were here. This is the first time I'm ever seeing them, and I love them. These are perfect to me. Look how lively it is. There's people actually here, actually practicing their moves on these dummies. That's great. I love how stupid the dummies look. That's fun. And then over in the back, you can see there's like a playground where people are running and practicing running. Anyways, I love that this is on a big raft. I love being on a raft, and that's fun. You can smell the salt air as you're practicing your moves. It's big, wide open. Everywhere you look, there's a feast for the eyes. This gets a strong 10 out of 10. It couldn't be any less. I'm never going to come back here ever again because I don't PvP, but I sure loved my couple of minutes capturing footage of this. Wow, what a location. Great. Good job. Wolves Den Pier, you got a hell of a dummy location. Okay, bye. Alright, this might be the sharpest contrast we have in this entire video because we have the first striking dummy location of Heavensward. This is the Coerthas Western Highlands location, and what a sad piece of shit this location is. It's just kind of stuffed away in a little alleyway, in a cold little alleyway that sucks. There's some scenery just really close by, but you don't get to look at any of it while you're fighting these striking dummies. It sucks. They're just like shoved away in the corner. This feels, I love the design of these. I look like they kind of got horns like a dragon or whatever, but there's just some rubble you can look at, or I guess some boxes with a sack you can look at, but these feel like they're filling a quota, right? It feels like a boss was like, you gotta put some dummies here, and they just sort of did it without any care or concern or love in their hearts. I hate these. I hate these. I'm never going to come back here. I'm never going to use these striking dummies. I hated being here. It made me feel claustrophobic and bad, and I want to leave as fast as I possibly can, which is what I'm going to do after giving them a rating, which is 3 out of 10. I think it can get worse, but it can get a lot better. Tell you what, so I'm getting out of here. Bye. Alright, now this is better. This is better. This is the Heavensward location. This is the second of 2 locations in Heavensward. This is in the Dravanian Forelands, right next to Tailfeather. It's in Tailfeather. And I think this is pretty good. I think this is pretty good. You know, it's not the most interesting scenery, but I do love this little village. You know, the trees and the stream are kind of nice. You got one guy who just is absolutely dog shit at doing bow, and he's not doing a great job, but that's why he's practicing. You know, you shouldn't be too mean. This is what he's doing. He's supposed to be doing here, which is practicing. So it's good to see somebody, you know, practicing self-improvement. And then you can also go to the garden where there's cabbage. So quick little snack growing right out of the ground for you. This location's not, like I said, not great, but I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6. You know, I think it's trying. And I do respect the effort. The effort is really the name of the game in this case, and 6 is what I said. Moving on. Alright, so this is our first Stormblood location. This is the striking dummy location in the Fringes, which I actually think is kind of an underrated map. I do like this map a lot, but these striking dummies, tell you what, not great. I do like that they're little tigers, or lions, or bears, maybe. I don't really know what animal they're supposed to be. Maybe a dragon. I don't know. They remind me of those Sheikah statues in Zelda, maybe? There's a lot of statues in Zelda. I want to push these guys around in like a sliding block puzzle and push some buttons down to open a door in a dungeon, and that's fun to think about. But I will say, I think these guys are facing the wrong way, right? Because, you know, you look behind you and there's this beautiful forest with all the reds and greens and hues. Wow, beautiful. Look how scenic this is. Like, beautiful. But then you look at the actual dummies and it's just a dumb metal wall. So this is going to be a problem that we run into a lot, which is where you are facing these things matters a whole lot. This gets a... Oh, God, what am I going to rate this? This gets... it's another 6. This one gets another 6. I think they just missed the mark. I don't hate it. I do like this area, but when you're actually using the dummies... You're just looking at a wall. That's not great. Moving on, 6 out of 10. Sorry, Stormblood. You can get better. Probably. Maybe. Okay, yeah, Stormblood immediately gets better. This is in Yanxia, and this is... I'll be honest. This might be my favorite striking dummy location that I went to today. This is beautiful. Look at these guys. This is great. Oh my god, the scenery, the thoughtful placement of these guys. Look at what you're looking at while you're fighting these guys. I also love, we're gonna just get up close and personal with them. They look like a guy with a shirt. and his house is a hat, or reverse, his hat is a house. I love that. This is great. What a great design for a dummy. I almost don't even want to practice on him. I almost don't want to use any moves on him, but I'm going to do that. Look at me go. I'm using attacks on this guy. Really great. This is 10 out of 10. I have no notes. Striking, beautiful, scenic, huge swaths of scenery to feast upon with your eyeballs. Love this. I feel a sense of inner peace and calm wash over me when I visit here. Wow. Just wow. 10. I already said 10, but I'm going to keep saying it just in case you forgot. 10. Good job, Stormblood. You really killed it on this one. Only downside is that you do have to think about Stormblood when you're here, but that's okay. Moving on. All right, apologies to Stormblood again. We can't all be winners. This one sucks a little bit. This one does suck a little bit. I kind of came here during shitty weather too, but these are not great. Downgrade from the guy with the shirt and the hat style dummy, because we just got back to like the statues again. And this is another one that's kind of, oh wait, there's chocobos here. Oh, there's purple chocobos here. Wait, I gotta correct this. I didn't include these guys in my video. It's a 10 on the left, and then on the right, that's another 10. Two 10s on these chocobos. Okay, anyways, these striking dummies, they're facing the, oh wait, another chocobo. Okay, this guy gets a 10. It's a 10 chocobo. Okay, yeah, these guys are facing the wrong way because you're just looking at a dirt wall and there's a whole magnificent desert behind you. So that's not thoughtful placement. Don't love it. 3 out of 10. I feel like I'm just in like a hole. I feel like I'm in a ditch. I don't like that. I don't like hanging out in just a dirty, wet ditch when I'm trying to practice my cool moves and show off to all my friends. So 3 is what I said. Yeah, 3 out of 10 is what we're giving this guy. Okay, just real quick, on the way out, I noticed that there was a chocobo that I didn't rate, so that's a 10. He gets a 10. And then also there was another purple chocobo, and I'm crunching the numbers really, really quick, and this one, he gets 10. Okay, 10. Real quick. Okay, sorry. All right, our first striking dummy location of Shadowbringers. This one is in Kholusia, and I'll be honest, we got another 10 on our hands. This is beautiful. Look at the thoughtful placement of these dummies. Look what you're looking at. I mean, look what's behind you. To begin with, on your left, a huge cliff face, and I love the design of these guys. Look like little dumb soldiers, and I love that. But wow, let's keep talking about the scenery. These huge cliffs, the seaside breeze. Wow, the islands in the distance. This is beautiful. This part of the map reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus for some reason. No jokes about that. That's not a joke or anything. It just reminds me of my favorite game. So I love that. This is great. I can feel the breeze. Ooh, that nice sea breeze. I'm like practicing my moves. There's nobody here, but again, that's a plus in this case. I love just kind of being out of town on my own on these rolling hills, practicing my moves on a seaside cliff. That's great. I feel like Ponyo on the cliff by the sea. I give this a 10. I think I already said that, but wow, it's a 10. Good job, Shadowbringers. Everything you do is a 10. It's perfect. You have never done anything wrong, and I love you. All right, I maybe spoke a little too soon about Shadowbringers not doing anything wrong. This is the striking dummy location right outside Meringue, and not great. This is another one where they faced them the wrong way, because when you're fighting them, you're looking at just kind of a hill. When right behind you, there's snake and cactus. You could be looking at that instead of just sort of a slope. I guess you could pan the camera up and look at a windmill and look at the town, but you're not doing that with the camera while you're practicing. You're looking at the dummies, you know what I mean? This is not great. We gotta flip these bad boys around to actually look at the map. And again, these ones feel like they're out of sight, out of mind. They really didn't give these guys a lot to look at, and I do feel bad for these striking dummies. They deserve a little bit extra. They look like they're really dry. You gotta water your striking dummies sometimes, right? These guys are so parched, they're so dry. Just give them a little bit of water, right? Just moisturize them. Just give them a little spritz every now and again. These ones make me sad. They get a 4 out of 10, if I'm being perfectly honest. This is a 4 out of 10. Could be worse, but not by much. Although real quick before I left, I did just want to put some emphasis on this cactus. Just sort of look at him for a second. Wow. Awesome. Good cactus. Alright, not what this video is about. Moving on. Alright, so maybe Shadowbringers actually has made a lot of mistakes, because this striking dummy location sucks ass also. It's really bad. It's just in a cave with a box of scraps. I don't like that. It's just a wet cave, just a damp cave in the middle of the ocean. That's not my favorite. There's nobody here, and that's a negative. In this case, there's just one guy kind of awkwardly watching you. I don't like this at all. I feel like my socks are getting wet just by being here. That sucks, dude. That really, really sucks. There's some cool scenery outside, but you can't see any of it in this cave. I really don't like this. I also don't like that these dummies look like some kind of tumor. Right, they look like some kind of mass. And I guess you want a striking dummy to look like something that you want to attack, but I want to attack these things in like a bad way. like in a way that's gonna get me in trouble. That's not good. That makes me want to hurt them in real life. Well, it makes me want to find these dummies in real life and do bad things to them. Again, that's real bad. That shouldn't be something that a video game does to you. So this location is one of my least favorite. This gets like a 1. This gets like a 1 out of 10. It only gets a 1 instead of a 0 because this reminds me of playing Shadowbringers, which is good, I guess. But geez, Shadowbringers, what are you doing? You gotta pick it up, buddy. You gotta pick it up. Alright, Shadowbringers only had one good striking dummy location. This is the one of the Bozjan Southern Front. I also didn't know this one existed. It makes having my eyes open feel terrible. I don't want to look at them anymore. I don't want to look at anything in the Bozjan Southern Front any longer. I'm leaving here as fast as possible. This is a 0 out of 10. Goodbye. Sorry, Shadowbringers. I really thought you were flawless. This video has really opened my eyes, but I'm going to shut them again so I don't have to look at these striking dummies anymore. Here I go. Goodbye. 0 out of 10. Bye. Alright, maybe Endwalker can pick things up a little bit, and they can immediately. I kind of came here on not the greatest time of day. It's sort of overcast and cloudy a little bit, but it's beautiful. I love this anyways. I love this map. I love how sort of purple it is. I feel like this map smells really good. It looks like it just rained, so it probably smells turbo good. This is great because they thought about the placement of these dummies a lot, right? If you're looking one way, you're looking at the beach, and if you're looking the other way, you're looking at the rest of the map. And this is one of my favorite maps in Endwalker. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I think training on the beach has a specific vibe to it that's pretty unmatched. I really like these striking dummies. They could be maybe a little better, but I do like that they look like training dummies for a kung fu man. So that's pretty cool. I give this one an 8 out of 10. It's not quite my favorite, but I do like these a lot. Good job, Endwalker. You're starting strong. All right, next up in Endwalker are these ones in Labyrinthos. And what's cool about these is that they're in a fake outside. So you don't actually have to really go outside to use these ones. You don't have to get all those horrible sun vitamins that they tell me you need. You can stay technically inside while fighting these bad boys, and that's pretty cool. I think you get some pretty cool scenery while you're here. You get to look at the fake ceiling, which is always cool. You get to look at the fake sun. Hi, fake sun. How you doing today? Always good to see you. These ones, they don't inspire a lot of emotion in my bones, to be honest. They get like a 7 out of 10. They're good, not great, but 7. That's what they invented the number 7 for. Alright, up next in Endwalker are these little robots in Ultima Thule. I love that these guys look like TVs that you're supposed to punch in the face. I think that's awesome. They look like bobbleheads. I bet that they make a fun sort of Looney Tunes spring sound when you punch them in the nose. That's great. Location is very good. It's Ultima Thule, so basically everywhere you look is just dazzling, starry expanse and is beautiful. So that's really good. The ground here looks like it's really bad for your feet and knees and spine and back and bones. So not great. I think I would prefer the grass of some of the other locations, so it's going to get some negatives for that. The fact that there's just 4 screens all kind of lined up next to each other makes me imagine that people could pull up some exercise bikes and kind of do a Peloton sort of vibe where it's playing soothing videos of forests and stuff. But how I would use these 4 separate screens is watching 4 out of the 5 Michael Bay Transformers movies, which is kind of bad because it's not all 5 at the same time, but kind of good because if you watch all 5 of those movies simultaneously, your brain gives up. Like, forever. The big pluses for being bobblehead robots and also having gorgeous scenery wherever you look. So this gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Alright, first up for Endwalker are these striking dummies in, what's this map called? Urkopacha. Boy, I'm probably saying that wrong. I didn't absorb anything in Dawntrail, so I don't know how anything is pronounced. None of what they said in the entire expansion absorbed into my brain, so I don't know how you pronounce it. But pretty cool. I love that you get to say hi to some cactuses as you're passing by. You sort of just high-five a saguaro as you're rounding the corner to look at these striking dummies. These ones are definitely faced the wrong way. These are definitely faced the wrong way. I also don't love the design of the dummies. They inspire no emotions in me. I look at them and I don't feel anything. They don't look like a silly guy with a hat or a shirt. He's not holding like a wooden sword or anything. They're just kind of nothing. And you're looking at nothing. You're looking at a wall and all the fun scenery is behind you. So this one's not great. Not great. The only real plus is all the saguaro friends that are watching you and cheering you on, and that's fun. So it gets a 6 out of 10 from me, to be honest. Let's see what else Dawntrail has for us. Alright, the next one is in a location that is even harder to pronounce, so I'm not going to do that. But wow, listen. rolling up to this thing, you're probably already looking at the scenery and thinking, I must be in heaven right now. One of the striking dummies which must have fought back, and I'm in heaven now. I must have died and gone there, because this is what it looks like. This is beautiful. I love this location. I love how they thought about what you were going to be looking at while you're fighting these bad boys, because look, wow, the cliffs and the waterfalls and the trees and the river. Everything here is beautiful. I love this. I feel so tranquil. I feel like I can shut my mind off and practice to my heart's content. Fully blissful. This is one of the best in the game, for sure, for sure. Good job, Endwalker, for coming out. This is an Endwalker. What's the expansion called? I forgot everything about this expansion. It's called Dawntrail. Good job, Dawntrail. You did a really good dummy location. This gets a 10 out of 10 from me. I love it here. Although, hey, really quick, before we leave this location, I just wanted to show this to you real quick and just ask, what the fuck is this? Huh? What is this floating here? What is this, chat? Chat? Do you know what this is? Leave a comment if you know what this is. Why is it here? It's... What happened? Alright, our very final location. This is in living memory, the very end of Dawntrail, and, gosh dang, huh? What a sad sack of shit. This location is, boy howdy, I don't want to come here ever again. I didn't like coming here, and I don't like being here. If you have a friend who's frequenting this striking dummy location, you might want to check in on them, buddy. You might want to ask how they're doing, because this sucks. This is just sad, toe to tip, from top to bottom. This is just sad. And wait, what is that? What's that? Oh no. Oh no. Wait, no, I'm not ready. The video's not over yet.